From AAAFx, this is Chris taking a look at the WTI US oil market. Pretty noisy session on Monday as we continue to just hover right around the $75 range. Right now, very difficult for traders to get overly excited one way or the other, just simply because we have this death cross forming, but more importantly, we have an OPEC meeting where they are going to decide whether they want to expand production or cut production. Needless to say, that has people paying a lot of attention. Therefore, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Drawing a fib from the low to the high, you can see that we are well below the 61. Maybe the 78.6 comes into the picture. Pretty minor, though, in interest. When I zoom out, you can see just how bearish oil has been. A lot of this comes down to the idea that perhaps the economy is going to take a hit. If we do get recession, then it's very likely that demand drops. Now the question here is going to be, what does OPEC decide? If OPEC becomes very aggressive with its cuts, that could turn things around pretty quickly. Nonetheless, right now, I think you've got a situation where we are trying to settle into a little bit of a range, which I will draw right here. Basically, between 80 and 72.5. As we're close to the middle, I think this remains more of a short-term scalping environment. And therefore, let me go ahead and change the color of this box here. A little bright on your eyes. So therefore, you need to look at it through the prism of whether or not we are going to see opportunities going forward. It is possible, but I think in this environment, you're probably better off leaving it alone, at least in the short term. If we can break above $77, then you may have some upward momentum towards 79.5. If we break down below 74, that opens up 72.5. And that is with the recent trend. So that is something to keep in mind. Again, though, you'll have to watch for comments and unfortunately rumors coming out a day or two ahead of the OPEC meeting later this week. That's par for the course. Normally somebody leaks something to get the markets moving and try to manipulate them in a particular direction. So spikes will occur, and therefore position sizing will be crucial if you do find yourself in this market. This is an area down here that I think should offer support, so I'm more inclined to think the worst is over, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we have an easy path higher.